Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, it's Hannah, and today we are doing another cash stuffing. Today we'll be cash stuffing $1,380. I do have a kind of new setup. I'm trying having my iPad in the corner. The only reason for that is because I keep losing my piece of paper. I keep rewriting it 1,000 times. I'm just finding it easier kind of having it on here. So we're going to be trying to see how the iPad goes today. But we're going to be starting off a few things today. Just quickly flicking something off to the side. So first of all, we're going to be emptying all of our cash out. And I have this and this. So I bought this for $3 at the dollar store. And I have a $1 savings challenge from Mish. So we're going to start putting aside all of our $1 coins, and only $1, we will not be saving $2 coins, into this little challenge off to the side. And we're gonna just keep reusing this until one day it's all full. So I have $2.20 in here, but I do have a $1 coin. So that goes in there. Grab my little permanent marker and just roughly color that in like that. And it goes back in its little home. And we'll keep reusing this until the tin is full. Now this is starting from this paycheck, not any of my other paychecks. Because I would obviously have some coin in this little tin here. That goes back down off to the side where I hide it. Because I do hide them. Alright, so if you guys saw Wednesday's video, you all know that I have some new binders. I really just do not know what to do with this. Just set my keyboard for now. I think it doesn't fit in my little drawer that I have set aside for all of this sort of stuff. Making sure we're still filming. But on that note, let's get on into today's video.
I cannot shake this feeling.
So really quickly, I have pre-counted all of this. So I know all of the money there is right. Put this up too high. There we go. Just really don't want my head in frame, which you're gonna be able to see on there. All right. So starting off as per normal, we start off with my wallet. I did also take all of the receipts out of this as well. There we go. Perfect. So starting off with spending's getting, did I have any bad? Nope, apparently I didn't. Spending's getting a 75. Did want to try and use as many of the bad notes in here as possible. So 75 for spending. Fuel's getting 50. And that's for my car. Groceries is getting $240, and that comes in. I'm doing a cash condensing after this. So I've filmed 3 videos in one day, and I just noticed I had too many 100s there. Anyway, 240 in here. Dean's Extras is getting 20, which is what it normally gets. And my coffee started getting 10 last pay cycle because I noticed I wasn't giving myself enough, and it was bad. And that is my wallet done. All right. Now we're going to go off into my short-term sinking funds, my short-term ones, which is this beautiful blue binder here. I'm hoping to replace this at some stage, but for now we leave as is. All right, starting off with debt payoff, that's getting 40, so that now has 90 in there. Budget's getting 60. Gaming is getting its usual 5. So gaming now has 50, 55, 60, 65. I have enough for a game. My husband wants me to play with him, but I'm not quite sure if I'm ready to invest and purchase in it yet, but we'll see how we go. All right, cash buffer is getting 10. Oh. And it now has 15. Donations is getting 5, and it now has 50, 55, 60. Extra food is getting 120. Now, I actually forgot to take this to the bank last week, so I need to take 120 out this week. Not to the bank, to the grocery store, so I need to take 120 to repay back because I spent from my emergency fund because I really needed to make sure I got groceries, but I knew I had the money, so. And chiropractor is getting 10, and it now has 50, 60, 65. And that's it for this one. Next up is long term. I have you'll notice I have a couple in here that are like not in the binder yet. I plan on upgrading, and I've kind of just made it for what I imagine it's going to be later down the track. All right, so starting off, miscellaneous is not getting anything. Emergency is getting 10. And emergency now has 100, 120, 140, 150, 160. Be able to cash condense that. Technology is getting 5. And that now has 20, 40, 45, 50, 55 in technology. New car is up next. That's getting 5. And I'm just going to leave that little one in there, and that's now got 60. The Christmas project, which is for Melina, and Ray, if I have enough money, is getting 30. So it now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 120. Next up is medical, and that's getting 10. Medical now has 100, 120, 140, 150, 160. Home things. Is not getting anything, and this will be moving soon because I got a new binder on its way. Now, if you guys watched my video, you know I have a brand new binder. Please welcome my wallet well binder. It's not finished, it's far from finished, but we're gonna see how it goes. All right. So starting off in this one, date night's getting 10. Anniversary is getting 10. I left my 100 in there. So yearly anniversary now has 100, 120. All right. 100, 120, 130, 140, 150, 155, 160. What's this one? Enjoy, which is going to be turning into movie dates, is getting 5. Then after that is home dates, which is also getting 5. And our joint emergency fund, which is this one. I love these from Ray. I think they're amazing. And that is getting 10. So 50, 70, 80, 90, 100 in joint emergency. Alright, and that is this binder done. Oh, I love how nice this feels. Alright, and this will be my first week also using this binder. So most of this is from either Mish or Raelynn. So I have custom done this. I've feels weird. I've kind of customized this one. This is probably the one that's most customed. So I really, really like this. Alright. So my binder's not getting anything because this will only ever get stuffed if I have leftover money from spending. I've also tried to keep this in order. So Dean is getting Dean is getting 10. And he now has 50, 70, 80, 90. Solo dates. If you guys saw on my Instagram, you also would have seen that I got rid of my big bulky challenge because I couldn't do it anymore. I wasn't getting joy out of it, so I've split up the money between a couple of different envelopes. But solo dates is getting 5. It now has 55. Self-care is also getting 5, and that's all it has. Friends night's getting 10. Sewing is getting 5. Now has 20, 30, 35, 40, 45 in sewing. Alright, books is getting 10. If you guys didn't know, I am saving up for a Kindle. So this now has 50, 60, 70, 50, 60, 70, 80. Hoping I didn't pull 1 too many 10s, but if I did, I know where they are. Oh, so I got that dashboard. Raelynn made that dashboard custom for me. So hair is not getting anything. Clothes and shoes is getting 5. Now has 20, 40, 45, 50. Perfume is up next, and that's getting 5. It now has 20, 40, 45, 50. Oof, here's to hoping I have enough 50s. I only got 250 out for my cash condensing, and I got a couple in here that are going to 50. Tattoos is getting 5. So I'm saving for a bouquet of flowers on my arm, and every single flower in that bouquet is one of my family members' birth flowers. So it'd be like carrying a little piece. I've got a back tattoo as well, and I've got this one on my wrist. Kind of glad I'm covering it today. Not the biggest fan of it. It's a bit crooked, but it is what it is. We cope and we deal as. Another new wallet from Walletwell. I'm loving the contrast between the lines and the pebble. I honestly think it's actually so cool. Alright. Okay. So I don't have the bottom 2, so I'm going to use the $2 $5 I have in there for another challenge in my challenge envelope instead, because I noticed that just a second ago. Alright, so this is what I have created with this one. It's kind of, so I got that, and then I have these, so we're going to work with that. You guys will have noticed that Brindles and Kenya's are not the same anymore. I had to take Brindle to the vets for an emergency infection on her foot last week. And so there's a bit of a difference between their binders now. But Kenya has 100, 200, 300, 320, 340. Brindle now has... She also is getting 20. Brindle now has 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, $85. They gave me change all in 10s because they didn't have anything else. So Preventions is getting its usual 30, and I've decided whatever's left for Preventions at the end of this month will go back into Brindle's envelope to try and bulk her back up without sacrificing more money. Preventions has 100, 200, 220, 230, 240. Is that right? Yep. Pet Emergency is up next, and that's getting 5. That now has 100, 150, 170, 190, $205. Dog food is getting 10. It now has 40. Dog toys is getting 5, and that now has 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. I'm gonna be able to afford a new one of their really expensive toys soon. I buy them toys out of my own money all the time, but I've got a set of expensive toys that I try and save up for, that are like really soft, but they are like tough, and it takes them longer to chew through them. So Pet Care, which is for their washers and stuff, now has 20, 40, 50, 60. Pet Sitter is getting 5, and that now has 20, 40, 60, 65, 70. And Bling is getting 5. Accessories is getting 5 as well, and that now has 60. And you will notice as this binder struggles to close, and I assume it's because I've got really big envelope, like really bulky envelopes in it, and I'm hoping to get rid of them soon because I do not like that at all. All right, next up is vehicle. All right, first up is bike rego. We're just gonna take out all of it. And that's getting 25, so now has 100, 200, 300, 450 in the bank, 470, 490, 410, 415, 515, sorry, 515, 520, 525. Alright, next up's car rego, and that's getting 35. My bike registration is due soon too. August, I think, is due, so I'm not too fussed on this much occurring interest while it's in the bank. But 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120 in car rego. 100, 20, 40, 60, 81. Yeah, never mind. I miscounted. There's 140 in there. I was thinking that was a little too low because it should have been over 100 last week. Last cash stuffing. Motorbike maintenance is getting 30, which is what it usually gets. And car maintenance is also getting, and that's 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 360, 370, 380 in bike maintenance. Car maintenance will also get the same. My car is going to be due for a service soon, so that money's going to come out. 100, 200, 100, 200, 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300. Hmm. 100, 200, 320, 340, 360, 380. Far out. I can't count today. 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340, 360, 380. License is fully funded. Bike extras is getting 15. And it now has 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 210, 220. That pays for like new motorbike gear for me and bits and pieces. I want a camera for my bike at some point. The vehicle things, which is like my vehicle emergency, is getting 10, and it now has 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 130, 140. And that will help just pay for any services, if I break down, stuff like that. Fuel's up next, and that's getting 10. And that now has 20, 30, 40, 55. All right, up next is a head, which is just here. All right, and subscriptions is getting its usual 10. And Reggio's getting 5. Oh. 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90 in subscriptions. My brain's all over the place. Insurance, Telstra, Reggio. Reggio's getting 5. So Reggio now has 20, 30, 40. Next up is kids. So that's my kids binder right there. And I know I'm at the back in this back section. So daycare is getting, I don't have kids yet, guys, but I really want them, so I'm saving up for them to ensure that it makes it a little bit easier on me and my husband financially when we start trying. So 15 in daycare. School is getting 5, and that now has 10. After school, it's not getting anything. Sports is not getting anything, and stationery is getting 5. That now has 10 as well. I love this binder, honestly. I think it's just the best thing. All right, next up is my husband, who's not getting anything. And then after that is holidays. All right. I love all of this stuff that I got from Raelynn. Honestly, amazing. All right, so starting off with Valentine's Day, it's getting 5. So it now has 20, 30, 35, 40 in Valentine's Day. All I feel like this is going to do is help us save for, all I feel like Valentine's Day is going to do is help us just pay for an extra little bit of a nice date with the date fund money. So Easter's getting 5, it now has 10. I'm hoping to do the same thing this year that I did last year and put the Easter money towards a family who needs it. Mother's Day is getting 10. Father's Day is fully funded. Halloween is up next, and that's getting 5. So it now has 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. Next up is Black Friday, and that's getting 20. So it now has 100, 150, 150, 170, 190, $200 in Black Friday. Amazing. There we go. Alright, Christmas is getting 5, and it now has 20, 40, 45, 50, 55 in Christmas. New Year's is also getting 5, and it has 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. Gifts is getting 25. So gifts now has 51, 50, 70, 90, 210, 220, 230, 240. Miscellaneous is getting 5, and that now has 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. Alright, and that's it for this binder. Just making sure that it doesn't do the same thing it did the other day and clonk out on me. Next up is my travel binder. This felt thick for a second and I forgot why. So I have 2 new binders coming. I have a blue one and a red one. My red one is kind of just replacing a binder, while my blue one is a completely brand new binder. I am adding a home binder to my setup, which will allow me to save for certain things for the house, and I will officially have a travel binder. That is a red one coming from the Millennial dollar. I am too excited. But one of my besties over at the RaeMarkable dollar, I hate this so much now. Might have to take this out for a little bit, I think. Has created me this beautiful dashboard. I'm actually obsessed with it, and because I can now see that it's slightly damaged, it's coming out. Because it will not go into my red binder any more damaged than it already is. So she's getting in the way. I'm upset by that. All right, starting off with accommodation, that's getting 5, and it now has 20, 30. Next up is flights, and that's getting 5, and that now has 50, 60, 65, 70, 75 in flights. Next up is transport, that's getting 10. That now has 30. Next up is my spending money, which is getting 5. Apparently I had a bit of fun with this one. That now has 20. Food is up next. And that's getting 5. That now has 25. And lastly is passports, and that's getting its usual 10. And this is what I meant, guys. I did change some of the money over. I added 150 into here because this is something we really want to do and felt like it was a good place to put it. So 100, 150, so that's 150, 170, 190, 210, 230, 240, 250, 240, 150, 20, 60, 70, 80. Yeah, 240. I just miscounted. I must have counted something wrong. It's fine. Alright, and that is transport done. Passport's done, sorry. Definitely want to save for that. Now, quickly moving on to... Come on, there we go. My other, like, because I don't, this isn't a permanent binder in my setup, so I'm gonna keep this off to the side. Vehicle transport's getting 5, and it now has 20, 30, 40, 45, 50 in vehicle transport. And extra fees is getting 10. That now has 40. Alright. Now we're gonna have a bit of fun. Just make sure I'm still recording again. So, if you guys watched my video with Blake, you will know that I've kept this binder. So this here is initially what was this binder. So this is my new Kenya and Brindle binder, which is my dog's. I just love the I love the sophisticated pebbling. I also love that deep kind of burnt orangey tone. It's one of my favorite colors in the entire world, and just thought this was their binder. But I also can't bring myself to get rid of this because this binder looks like one of my dog's furs. I just don't like the magnetic clasp. I quite actually like having that clip instead. So I've changed this into my savings challenge one. So starting off, we have, before I get into there, so I'm also slowly changing all of these over to the Luxe Dollar 5K challenge, which I will start next year. And I will add as we go there as well. So starting off in the first week of May, we're adding $90. Which is these two here. Alright, perfect. That's 90 there. Amazing. Alright, that's that one done. And then moving on. Now this won't be in order. So this is its home, my little $1 savings challenge back there as well. Alright. So starting off, coffee is getting Coffee is always a good idea is getting 5. That is a Ko-fi challenge from Purely Budgets. He's also on Etsy and here on YouTube. His Etsy is linked down below. But coffee is a good idea. Oh, is always a good idea. Now has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Alright, next up is my Easter Treats Challenge from my friend Mish over at the Luxe Dollar, and that's also getting 5. Ooh. So it now has 5, 10, 15. I got permanent marker on myself. Alright, next up is my Christmas challenge, and that's getting 10. And it now has 20, 40, 50, 20, 40, 20, 40, 50, 60, which is right. And now none of these are actually going, except for the Travelopoly, none of these are actually going into any specific category. I'm going to do a roll the dice with them as we complete them. Travelopoly, however, is going to be paying off our passports. So we rolled for a 5 last time. So we're going to put a $5 into this one. That can go in there. We're going to grab our really pretty yellow dice. We're moving 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're putting $12 in for next time. Now, you guys may know that I have, in Australia dollars, we obviously don't have $1 notes. But next week you will see how I have solved that problem. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We will be putting $12 into our savings challenge next week. Amazing. All right, new year, new me. New year, new you is getting 10, and it now has 51, 20, 51, 10, 20, 30. I honestly just, at this current point of time, do really want to finish this challenge, or at least a challenge soon. So yeah. I like having the challenges in front of these ones. Alright, that's that one. Next up, it was going to be this one. So I did double check before I obviously made this decision, but that 210 that I decided at the start to keep, I quickly looked over because I got my binder doesn't actually fit on this anymore. I checked this. I'm gonna screw out of 10, and we're going to put $10 straight into my Wallet Well coffee challenge, which is exciting because look at this. I'm gonna do the little plunger, the French press. I'm gonna put it brown because coffee's brown. How do you guys like your coffee? I like mine, it depends on the season, but I like a dirty chai, which is a chai latte with a shot of coffee in it. I love a dirty chai, but I also love a vanilla latte. I can be very basic when I want to be. But that is that, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video today, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like down below and subscribe to my channel. We have surpassed 100 people, which is so exciting. I am actually so thrilled to say that. It's been a long time coming. But don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all guys next time. Bye!